Boom, boom, boom.
Now they often call me Speedo, but my real name is Mister. Now they often call me Speedo, but my real name is Mister. No, for me to brand new fellas and taking other folks' girls. Now they often call me Speedo, cause I don't believe in wasting time. Now they often call me Speedo, cause I don't believe in wasting time. Well, I'm known for pretty women, and that caused them to change their mind. Well, now some may call me Joe, some may call me Mo. Yes, man, my Speedo, he don't never take it slow. Well, now they often call me Speedo, but my real name is Mister. Now they often call me Speedo, but my real name is Mister.
All you gotta do is manage the
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Super Sunday. We actually made it to the final race thanks to the good luck in the last chance qualifying race. I'm starting 38th out of 40. It's a 20-lap race. Anything can happen, and I'm sure it's gonna happen. So keep my fingers crossed, no crashing, good racing, and we'll see what happens.
Well, now some may call me Mo, some may call me Joe. Yes, man, my Speedo, he don't never take it slow. Well, now they often call me Speedo, but my real name is Mister. Now they often call me Speedo, but my real name is Mister.
So we are back live now, getting ready to roll for X-30 Master. Chris Walton on the pole alongside Diego Pelosi. Walton in the 68, Pelosi in the 622. Row 2 will see Renato David in the 250 alongside Eduardo Dieter in the number 110. Row 3 will be Leonardo Nienkotter, 3 times a winner here in the number 21 alongside the perennial veteran Derek Wang. Row 4, Juan Bosco in the 74 and Adam Kasich in the number 173. Nick Tucker, your reigning champion, in the number 1, starting in the 9th spot alongside John Crow in the 31. Row 6, Armando Watson and Marcos Regatas Filo. Row 7, Renato Russo, and keep an eye on this guy, starting 14th, Kip Foster. Foster in the 14th position, 2 times a winner. Field set, we're rolling. Green, 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 and X-30 Master. Into 1. Top 5 drivers scoot out. They're too wide coming over here to turn. Oh, Tucker gets looped around. Nick Tucker got spun around. And they're drilling each other in the back. Lots of drivers involved in this one. Tucker had worked his way down to the apex. And he just got spun around. Mario Barrios involved as well in the 0-1. And they're going to try to push Tucker over top here. He might be a little shooken up there. A car drove over top of him. Nick's a tough kid, but man, I'll tell you, they drove up and over top of him there. Nick looks like he's not in perfect shape from the pain there. We'll see what happens. He's a tough kid. I say kid because I'm probably 18 years older than he is. Chris Walton, your leader. Renato David in second. Eduardo Dieter third. Derek Wang in fourth. Diego Pelosi in the 5th spot. Crisscrossing back and forth. David with a pass. Walton again gets it on the exit of turn number 2. Derek Wang, as I said, in 4th. Diego Pelosi 5th. Juan Bosco in the 6th spot. Leonardo Nienkotter in 7th. Armando Watson 8th. Travis Irving 9th. And Renato Russo rounding out your top 10. Good start to this race here in the X-30 Master category, brought to you by Rollison Performance Group. We are now working our way through. We've got 4 races in the books, 6 more races to go, just 5 after this, almost halfway through this year's Super Nationals. Good start here for Chris Walton in the 68 Comp Cart. He'll settle in. Another driver on the move, the number 074 of Juan Bosco. Bosco able to go by Diego Pelosi, and Nienkotter comes with him. Leonardo Nienkotter and Bosco by Pelosi. So Nienkotter goes to the sixth spot. Pelosi down to 7th. Xander, pretty solid racing here right now. The drivers getting rolling here in the X-30 Master category. Tough to see Nick Tucker, I think, would have been able to challenge for the race win.
Yeah, your SKUSA Pro Tour champion from 2015, Nick Tucker. An unfortunate way to end his Super Sunday, with a Fullerton driver going to push into the scale line, and it's a 3-kart breakaway. Was 4, but Derek Wang had a little bobble in turn 1. So the top 3 trying to break away, especially the top 2 to turn 12.
Yeah, looks like Walton and David running pretty good here together. The number 110 of Eduardo Dieter trying to hold on to them. One driver we want to make sure we keep an eye on too will be Phil Giebler. Remember, Giebler had an issue. We'll keep an eye on him to see if he's able to work his way forward. Deep in the pack, some of our top drivers struggling a little bit. Ethan Wilson quite a ways back right now. But remember, we want to watch that driver Kip Foster working forward. Forward is Foster, currently sitting in, I believe, the 15th position. Foster not with the speed we expected. Ethan Wilson off the racetrack over in turn number 3 and 4, backs into the barriers. Looks like he's going to be able to continue, but some contact coming through turns 3, 4, and 5. The S is there, and Wilson ends up through the barriers and backwards, but underway again, and will most likely work his way back here to the scales. That could be it for Wilson as he may park it. Up front, as we said before, Walton was your leader, but Renato David has now moved to the front. David your leader, Walton second, Dieter third, Wang fourth, 5th is Bosco, 6th is Nienkotter, 7th now is Armando Watson, 8th Diego Pelosi, 9th Renato Russo, and 10th Laurentu Mardan.
Renato David made his move for the lead in turn number 2 last lap. He attempted it the lap before, went in a little bit too hot as Rob was talking, and Chris Walton was able to cross him back over, just like you mentioned. One driver in the barriers in turn 4.
Yeah, I'm wondering if that may be actually Phil Giebler, but somebody in the barriers over at turn number 4. Looks like Giebler may have got looped around in 4. Indeed, I think he'll just drive it back to the scale line, no doubt. That'll be it for Phil Giebler. It's been a rough one. He parks it. So again, wondering who's going to have the speed to run up front here today.
Sometimes, even when you feel like giving up, you just gotta live on. It all started at the age of 18, just a young kid out chasing a dream. Streets was the hangout, every day kicked out, caught by security telling us to get out. New route to the mall or my mom's house, girls would call just to talk or to hang out. Good food, barbecue, playing Halo 2, I'm living proof of a dream come true. I remember taking pics in the city lights, seen a guy get his lights knocked out at Ellis side. It all happened so fast we heard cop sound. This is a story of a kid from the downtown. I grew up on the north side, east side, no gang signs, yo, we only threw high fives. Skateboarder, faith in Jehovah, stayed sober, skates for your little soldier to take over. Go trains to great culture, Range Rovers, ride down to California. I'm rolling with my guy to a different lifestyle, check the crowd. Who would've thought I'd be down? Looking at my life now, it's all good, understood. Where I'm going in Japan's my new Hollywood. A new look in my eyes, but not dollar signs. I thank God that he wiped away the hard times. I know I can move on, I gotta dream it. I know where I belong, come on and sing it. I know I can move on, I still believe it. I know I can be strong, come on and sing it. On. Yeah, me and you. Power. Yeah. It's been over like 10 years now since the start of music. I never went dark, we travel around the globe, see all these new cultures and power. It's crazy. All I know is I'ma keep on rocking it, rocking with the head strong, full of confidence. I used to sing in the bathroom only, now I sing at the shows with my homies. Get back to basics, where I laced it is dedicated to all the haters. Hit record, you wanna take this, patience pays, I stay on your station. Made it eating casino. seeing ain't believing. Speaking into being higher levels of freedom. Can't take the glory, cause son, it's not my story. He told me to sing it, I'm his hands, do it for me. I've been alone, now I'm living on, living strong. Singing on, hey, 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 let it come. I've been alone, now I'm living on, living strong. Singing on, hey, hey, live on. I know I can move on, I gotta dream it. I know where I belong, come on and sing it. I know I can move on, I still believe it. I know I can be strong, come on and sing it. I know I can move on, I gotta dream it. I know where I belong, come on and sing it.
Two to go this time by. The gap, 0.7 of a second back from Walton to Dieter. Not quite close enough yet, but he's closing every lap. Dieter inside out. Oh, here comes Dieter. There goes Walton to the inside, turn 6. Book it. Chris Walton through in turn 6. They contact. Lou leader. Eduardo Dieter goes to the lead as Renato David gets into Chris Walton. In turn number 7, there was contact for sure. It was a good aggressive pass by Walton over in turn number 6, but contact between Walton and Renato. David got right into the back of him, pushed him wide, and Eduardo Dieter just dove to the inside. You gotta be kidding me. White flag will fly for the NF sports driver. Eduardo Dieter now your leader. David second. Neencotter third. Derek Wang in 4th. Chris Walton 5th. No, it's actually Kip Foster into 5th. Foster to the podium. Foster up onto the podium. Chris Walton holds on for 6th. Crow 7th. Regatas 8th. Pelosi 9th. And Travis Irving into the top 10. Irving 10th position. Good run for Travis Irving. Started 17th, is drove up to 10th. Final lap here in this X-30 Masters category. Someone's going to win a BRM timepiece. Beautiful timepiece that goes to our X-30 Master and S4 winners. Here we come. Black and checker at the line for this one, because right now Eduardo Dieter with the victory. Dieter with the win. Renato David second. Neencotter third. Derek Wang 4th. Kip Foster 5th. Chris Walton ends up in 6th spot. John Crow 7th. Regatas 8th. Pelosi 9th. And Travis Irving rounding out your top 10.
So a great battle and a bit of a controversial finish here to your X-30 Masterclass with Eduardo Dieter taking the win. Renato David second. Leonardo Neencotter ends third. Derek Wang 4th. And with all the contact on the last 2 laps, Kip Foster was able to work his way onto the podium, the Australian P5. Chris Walton falls down to 6th, unfortunately, after the contact. John Crow 7th. Marcos Regatas Filho finishes 8th. Diego Pelosi 9th. Travis Irving picks up 10 spots to finish in 10th. 11th place, picking up 11 spots, goes to Zach Woodsford as Armando Watson 12th. Christian Beaumire finishes 13th, while Eric Jackson picks up 19 spots in the Mike Manick machine to finish in 14th. That wraps up your X-30 Masterclass presented by Rollison Performance Group.
Yeah. Ooh, I hope this is the last time now. Cause mama, I don't wanna be fooled, no. You got the bright eyes and a big white smile. You got a sharp tongue that I ain't heard in a while. You got a pretty face I thought I recognized, but I'm mistaken by this girl I used to wine and dine. But it's over, it's over, and I don't think that it's fair that I compare you to her. I don't know ya, know ya. I better make sure this time I pick the right one. Cause if I bring you home to mama, I hope this will be the last time. Cause last time she told me the truth. She said if you're looking for a lover, better open your eyes. Cause this woman's not for you, but this could be different. But then again, maybe it can be the same. Mama, please listen. I'll never let her hurt me like the one before. Yeah, never let her hurt me like the one before.